What's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of the Mandem Read. Today we're joined by a very exciting guest. Today we're joined by the one and only Big Manny. How's it going, bro?
Yes, bro. I'm all good, man. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, man. Thank you for coming through. And obviously, I'm here with the man themselves. So obviously, I've got
Jamal.
Come on.
Come on, Big East. Let's
Yep.
go.
And we're live today. Come on, man. As you can see today, we're super excited. We've got our PPE. We're ready to, get dangerous with science. No, I'm joking. We're ready to get lit with science. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, let's get into it.
And that's the name of the book. So do you want to intro yourself?
Yeah. So my name is Big Manny. I'm a content creator. My real name is Emmanuel Wallace. And I make science videos on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And the aim of these videos is to inspire students with science and help them with their exams and with their homework.
Mm. So how did you come up with the idea? Like, where did it start from?
It started when I was working as a science technician in a secondary school. This was like around the time of lockdown. And I just decided one day to start filming the experiments that I was doing at work. Because as a technician, what I was doing was preparing all the science experiments for them. And I'll do like some demonstrations for them in the classrooms and just give them like general help with the science. And during the lockdown, obviously there was a lot of school closures. So students were missing out on a lot of science. And as a result of that, I noticed that they were struggling a lot. So I decided to make the videos to help them catch up with what they missed out on during the lockdown. And then that's where the idea came from for the videos.
You must have been way ahead of your class then, isn't it? Yeah.
Or like when I was in school.
Yeah.
Or for my GCSEs, I got 8 A's and I got 1 B.
Right. There you go.
Is that double science?
Triple science.
Oh, you done the triple science. That's a proper one, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah, triple.
So science was your favourite subject in school?
I would say it was between science and music.
So when you were young, what did you aspire to be when you were growing up?
I aspired to become a biomedical scientist. So what a biomedical scientist is you see, like if you go to the doctor and the doctor might take a sample from you, maybe like a skin sample or like a blood sample. What they're going to do then is send it off to the labs to be analysed. And then the biomedical scientists, they're going to look at it under a microscope and they're going to compare it to some healthy cells and then they're going to make a diagnosis for the patient. So that's the role of a biomedical scientist. They make diagnoses for the doctors.
Okay. So obviously you knew you wanted to be a biomedical scientist from when you was in school. So I'm guessing you're the key interest in science, clearly, AAA in science. And then how did your journey become to becoming, towards being a biomedical scientist or to becoming a science technician?
I would say it started like when I was young, when I was like a child, because when I was young, I was very inquisitive. Like I had a lot of questions. And like I used to do things like if I had a toy, like a toy car or something, I would open it up to see what's inside.
Same,
so
bro.
I can see like, you
Same,
know what I mean?
I'm not gonna lie.
Some parents would think, oh, there's something wrong with my child. But
trust me.
You're like inquisitive, innit?
Yeah, man. I used to like, I just wanted to see how it works. I used to do some crazy stuff as a child. Like, I'll tell you one thing I did, I wanted to make a new pair of shoes. So I basically combined 2 different shoes together and stuck them together. Like one of them was a sole and then the other one was like the top part of the shoe, 2 different shoes. I was probably like 7 or 8. So it's like, I don't know what I was trying to do, but I just used to do stuff like that because I just wanted to like find out how things work. And yeah, man. And then when I was in about year 8, I had a science teacher called Mr. Carter. And he was like really enthusiastic and engaging. Literally every lesson, he's doing experiments. And he like ignited my passion for science. And that's what made me realize I want to do this for GCSE and I want to do it at uni as well.
So you say that your teacher was like a big influence?
Yeah.
That switched everything up where it's like, now I'm on science.
Yeah, definitely.
See that? Teachers, man. They play a big role in a man's life.
100%. We have to big up good teachers that inspire certain things for us when we're in school. Because, that's where you'll probably spend most of your childhood technically in school. And if someone's inspiring you and making you want to learn, because it's easy to not want to learn. It's easy to be distracted. So if someone is engaging, that's great. And obviously, when you say you're young and you're quite inquisitive, were your parents kind of like nurturing your inquisitive nature as well?
I would say so. Yeah, I believe they were. Cause like my dad, yeah, he had a lot of toy cars in it. Like he used to collect toy cars, like collector's items and that. And I broke all of them because, but he still let me use them though. Do you know what I mean? Even though I broke them, he still let me play with them and that because he knew that I had an interest in them. So yeah, and also like when I was doing my GCSEs, like when I was in Key Stage 3, my parents put a very strong emphasis on education and studying. So they told me like the importance and the value of education. So yeah, they definitely played a big role.
Mm.
So then after school, so what was the next steps after like your GCSE, um, college, and then uni?
Yeah, yeah. So after GCSEs, I went to college. I studied at Barking and Dagenham College. I did a science course there, and then after that, I went to the University of East London, where I studied biomedical science. I was there from 2015 to 2018, and yeah, after that, I did a master's degree, also in biomedical science, and I graduated 2021 with that one.
Congratulations, man. That's
Thank
big,
you.
2 degrees. That's crazy. Your parents must have been very proud, man, when you come out with the masters.
Yeah, yeah, they were, man. Like they were really pleased, And yeah, like the reason why I decided to do the masters, yeah, was because like I had the bachelor's degree there. I was working as a science technician. So like I had a couple years experience of work experience as well. But still I felt like I had more potential and I could achieve more. And I didn't want to just stop there. Um so yeah, I decided to do the masters because I thought that it would increase my chances of getting like a higher paying job.
Mm.
And it did, because after I got the masters, I went from a science technician to a senior science technician, and I would attribute that to the master's degree that I had, because to become a senior science tech, yeah, you have to be like experienced. You need to have loads of years working as a science technician. So I was only like 23, 24 at the time. So yeah, the masters really helped with me getting that role.
So how'd you get the gig as a science technician in the first place?
Um, I got that. That was when I was fresh out of uni. So that was literally my first job. I worked as a science tech in a school in Kent. I was working up there, and
Was you commuting or?
yeah, I was commuting. Yeah, I was commuting up there, and then yeah, that was my first job as a science tech.
So, so we're called the Mandem Read. So our aim is to kind of, promote reading, and to like, because reading is almost like a lost art. People, even like myself, we're like we're very visual, like films, we're like everything's so easy. So with that being said, I like the way you, on your Instagram and your TikTok, I like the way you deliver your your posts, like your deliveries, like it's very relatable.
Very digestible.
Yes. What kind of made you? Obviously, because that's who we are, isn't it? That's how you would like talking to your friends and teaching them science and stuff like that. So that's.
Would you call that code switching?
Mm.
No.
No.
That wouldn't be.
Right.
Because you're just being yourself on Instagram, isn't it?
Yeah, like when I recorded the first video, yeah, because I was making the videos from like a while back, and at first there was no audio. It was literally just the visual, just the experiment there. And then I decided, yeah, let me just add a vocal on top, and I decided to just like speak normally how I would normally talk. I didn't want to like put on like a certain type of accent to like appeal to a specific audience. I just said, yeah, I'm just gonna talk how I normally talk. And yeah, I found that like it helps to make the content a bit more relatable.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because like, let's be honest, this is how people from London talk. And not even just London, like other cities in the UK as well, like the big cities, Birmingham, Leicester. That's how people talk there. And I just said to myself, yeah, man, just keep it relatable.
Yeah, authentic.
Authentic, yeah.
Yeah, trust me, authentic.
And what was it like, obviously, when you started getting the feedback from your videos going viral? Actually, what was it like when you first went viral? And did you expect to go viral, or were you just, or was it just kind of I'm just posting things that I like to do and show people that can help educate people who are interested and who are struggling with the GCSEs actually because they haven't got access to certain things, or yeah.
Yeah, that was literally why I started. Why I started it in the first place, just to help the students who are like struggling. And I'll be honest, the first video, yeah, it went viral. It got like over 1 million views, and at first, yeah, it was quite daunting. Do you know what I mean? Because like I had never been exposed to so many people before, so it was a bit scary at first. Do you know what I mean? And then after a while, I just kind of like got used to it. Like when they started going viral more often, yeah, I kind of got used to it. But at first, I can't lie, it was like, wow, this is new. But I think like one of the reasons why they went viral, yeah, especially the early videos, is because the experiments that I was doing was the same ones that they're doing in the classrooms. So I had a lot of comments from students saying things like, I remember doing this with my teacher. Oh, we did this one last week in school. So it was very like current of what was happening at the time in terms of like the curriculum, what students are studying. So I think, yeah, that's one of the reasons why it went viral.
I've got a question actually. So I see you do the experiments on TikTok and stuff. How do you source your like ingredients? Because are they easy to source? Because I've seen like a video recently when you're like melting gold. Like, how do you source that? Is it like simple to come by, or do you know, or is it quite difficult to come across some of this equipment and
A lot of the chemicals, yeah, a lot of them are quite difficult to come by. So to give you an example, certain chemicals are restricted. Like the general public, they're not able to purchase that. So yeah, it can be quite hard to come by certain chemicals. But yeah, man, like the purpose, the reason for me buying the chemicals is for education. So I'm doing it to teach. So yeah, that's how I'm able to get them.
Would you say your experiments is what led to the book?
Definitely. Because like you see with the book here, what I basically did was converted the videos into a written format. You know what I mean? Because obviously the videos that caters for people who learn through watching and seeing things. But then what about the people who learn through reading? So yeah, man, I wanted to cater for that audience. So that's why I decided to write the book. And I kept it very similar, like the terminology and the language that I use, I kept it very similar to the videos because I wanted to keep that authenticity. And after the book, yeah, I wanted to cater for the people who learn by listening. So that's why I did an audio book version as well.
Sure.
So yeah, man, it's just about hitting all of those different areas.
So the book is called Science is Lit.
Yes.
So where can is it on Amazon? Like where can they source the book? Where can they buy the book?
Yeah, so Science is Lit. It's available on Amazon. It's available from independent book retailers as well. You can get it from Waterstones. Yeah, that's where you can get it from.
Yeah, I like the book because it's nice. It's nice and simple for myself. I like things simple.
I wish I had one of them books when I was back day.
Yeah.
because it's like I went to the audible version of the book, and then when I first started listening to it, obviously you start kind of like an intro where you're talking about how kind of like to structure like a science experiment. You start with the hypothesis, then you go into the methodology, and then you hit off with the conclusion. And I'm just thinking, oh, that's the format we used to do when we were doing our GCSE. So it's actually really useful. So I was thinking, if I had that book when I was a bit younger, or even Audible, that would have been so beneficial to me. And I'm sure you must be getting loads of feedbacks from like loads of like young readers who are tuning in to the book.
Yeah, man. Like you see with the book here, what I wanted to do is I wanted to make science fun and make people learn it in a way where they want to keep reading. So like yeah, I just try to just make it as fun as possible. Like it's almost like a textbook, but you've also got like a story in there. So for example, I bring some of the elements to life. Like you've got carbon in there, hydrogen, sodium, like they're actual characters, and they've each got their own different characteristics, and they interact with each other, like just how real people would. And then when they interact, they create new compounds. So yeah, I just wanted to personify the periodic table basically and bring it to life and take people on a journey with the elements so that they can yeah, learn about it in an engaging and fun way.
And what I like about the book is for every chapter there's an experiment. And when you go through the ingredients for each experiment, the items you can source in your house. So we're going to try and do an experiment today, which is why we've got the PP. But for example, experiment 13, chapter 5, I think it is. I might be wrong. But vinegar, um, washing up liquid, bicarbonate soda, all these things you can kind of source in your house. So you kind of make it easier for kids reading the book to just look around the house and try and find stuff to do one of your experiments.
Yeah, man. So like the experiments that I chose, yeah, it relates to the the audience because obviously I'm using certain types of language in the book because I'm aiming at a specific audience, and this is mainly like disadvantaged children. So maybe like they're struggling in school, they're not getting the attention that they need. Maybe they might be at home, they might be struggling as well. So yeah, I wanted to aim the book at those students specifically because when I was working in a school, yeah, I noticed that sometimes those are the ones who slip under the radar, like they don't get the attention that they need, and yeah, so that's why I've chose to use that language because I want to relate to them, and the language, yeah, it also reflects the experiments in the book because the experiments are very accessible. The equipment that you need, you can easily buy it from the supermarket. You can get it from the local shop, and it's affordable. So yeah, man, that's why yeah, I just want to make sure that regardless of your background, where you come from, you can get involved in science and have a bit of fun.
So, seeing as this one's kind of, would you say, like more chemistry based? Have you got like a biology one or physics coming up?
Yeah, so this is mainly a chemistry based one. Yeah, and yeah, we've got a physics one in the pipeline as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see what that
It's
biology
an
and physics are saying.
exclusive.
Yeah, that's an exclusive thing.
You know, there's a sick analogy you use when you're talking about table salt in a book. I don't know if you lot see that part. He's like, what is it? Sodium chloride? Is that table salt?
Yes, sodium chloride.
Yeah, he was like sodium chloride, and what's the other one? I can't remember what the experiment exactly was. But he described them like two couples going on a double date. They don't really mix with each other. And I think was it sodium is a bit of like a lax view by itself, but doesn't react to water, but reacts with chloride. Oh,
Yeah, so it was when you dissolve sodium chloride into water, it's like so pure sodium chloride, yeah. It's a solid crystal. But then when you put it into the water now, it separates into sodium and chlorine ions. However, when you evaporate that water and you take it out, they rejoin again. So I was referencing that to like a couple who they're out on a double date, they're mingling with the other double date, they're talking, but then at the end of the date, they still go back home with their date. Do you know what I mean? So it's like the sodium chloride, it goes back, the sodium and the chlorine, they go back together, even when you take out the water. So that was the analogy with that one.
I thought that was so sick. I was just like, yeah, you know what? This is kind of like how I would learn as well. And you'd remember that something like that as well, that analogy, like, okay, cool, that's how it works. And then it's easy to you simplified it in a sense to how it kind of works, and you put it in like layman's terms for someone like myself who would basically would get it because like I was saying before we started the pod, I done my GCSEs ages ago. And like if you take me back to like learning GCSEs or even learning like my SATs and try to ask me questions about what I was learning and how to do certain things, I probably have forgotten all of that kind of stuff. And then when you listen to this book, it's like actually this is great because I'm actually relearning again, and it's sparking that knowledge back in my head as well. And I'm a person who's got like younger like little nephews, and I'm about to have a kid and stuff like that. So I feel like this book will be. Thank you very much. So I feel like I'm gonna have to get a collection of your books or something, and when it comes to like learning time, because I think which is quite key actually. Like I said, you have to do relearn maths for your electrician course, right? When people have children, you're raising children, whatever. So it comes to a stage where they need help with like revising and relearning what topics, what they're learning in school. And as adults, if you're not really like learning that stuff on a daily basis, you won't know what's going on. Like they'll hit you with a stats book, you'll be like, yeah, them Google. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, no, I think it's gonna be such a dope concept, and I think it's I don't think it's just for the kids as well. I think it's for everyone. Like, you can always learn. It's always good to have this kind of knowledge. You never know when you might need it. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think
that's why I said for me, it's easy to pick up and read and learn at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man. I try to make it like so that anyone who's got an interest in science can learn. Like, it's not just for kids aged between 8 to 12. Because like what I did, I basically went to like the foundation of chemistry. Like went to like the simplest, the basics of chemistry. So like the atoms, and you don't really get smaller than atoms. So I'm giving people the building blocks that they need to be able to build on their chemistry knowledge, and then go on to learn it at a higher level. So yeah, man, I just want to give people that strong foundation in chemistry.
So, go on.
I was gonna say, have you ever almost killed yourself doing an experiment? any mad science experience, mixing two different chemicals together and it blowing in your face? And oh, you have?
Yeah.
So it's not a silly question.
Yeah. One time I was making some hydrogen gas. I was collecting it in a balloon.
Wait, hold on. Before you continue, was this in the safety of your home or?
Safety of my garden.
Of the garden. Okay,
yeah.
Go promote health and safety,
Yeah. So I was making some hydrogen gas. I was collecting it in a balloon, and then basically, I put too much chemicals in it, and then the balloon inflated like so quickly, like just bare rapid, and then the thing just popped in my face, and I just had bare chemicals in my hair and that all over my clothes, but obviously I had the goggles on. You know what I mean? I had the PPE, so I was okay. So yeah, man, I have to put emphasis on PPE. It can literally save your life. Yeah. So
the chemical that was all over your face, had that got into your eyes, what would have happened? Like, what was the chemical? What would it have done?
It could have caused some damage to my eyes. Yeah, it could have. Yeah.
Science is fun and dangerous at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. But that's the purpose of the book, because obviously my experiments that I do online, I wouldn't advise people try that at home because they're crazy. Do you know what I mean? You get a lot of fire, a lot of explosions.
Yeah.
So I wrote the book because I wanted some experiments that people can do safely with their families. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, man, that's the purpose of it.
Have you thought about maybe docs or shorts or anything long form?
Oh, that's a good question, I actually haven't really done anything long form yet, really. Most of my videos, they're like about a minute long. But I do have some thoughts about expanding and going to some longer form content as well. Because obviously, like, the short videos, is good because you can digest a lot of information in a short space of time, and you don't have to focus for too long. You know what I mean? You don't have to put in too much effort to take it in. But some people like the longer form. You know what I mean? Some people like to sit down and soak up information over a longer period of time. They want to go into a bit more depth. They want some more details. So, yeah, man, there's an audience out there who would like the longer form as well.
Or any experiments that you might be thinking of doing that can't be contained in a house, like something bigger.
Yeah, man. One thing I want to do, I want to get like a big piece of sodium, like I'm talking like a few kilograms, and then put it into some water and then get a mad explosion. But obviously I can't do that at home because yeah, it will
Yeah.
just
It's mad.
it will go into the neighbor's garden and all of that. And you know what I mean? So I can't do that one at home.
I think this leads us up to the moment I've been waiting for. If you want explosions, should we get stuck in? So we brought our kitchen today.
Yeah,
Some ingredients from our kitchen.
yeah, okay.
Should we explain the experiment?
Yeah, I was hoping we can try and do a
what we got
volcano.
there?
Make a volcano effect thingy.
This is one of the experiments in the book.
Yeah,
So
okay.
The title's
Just making a volcano, just making an eruption.
Yeah, let's give it a go, man.
I've always wanted to do this in school, you know, because you see it in like those like American TV shows when they actually make the volcanoes and the
So
Yeah.
let's explain what we got. We got
All right, cool. So
actually, you take over. This is your moment now.
all right, cool. So we've got a bit of vinegar there. And obviously vinegar, that's an acid. That's ethanoic acid. We've got some baking soda as well. That's alkaline. And we've got...
Sorry to cut you. Can I just point out that we should...
PPE.
Facts. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, let me...
Yeah. Let's put on the
Just to,
PPE. All right, cool.
Safety first, huh?
Yeah.
Always safety first.
Looking at Ghostbusters.
Let me get in.
who are you gonna call?
Maybe going a bit OTT with the...
We're promoting safety. Man.
Trust me, man.
You heard what he said. He nearly blew his face off.
Yeah.
Literally.
All right, we're good?
Yeah, man, we're good. We're good. Yeah, man. Then we've got a little bit of washing up liquid there as well. So what we're gonna do, yeah, is we're gonna get some of the vinegar and then we're gonna pour it into the bottle. So obviously, yeah, vinegar is an acid and the active ingredient is ethanoic acid, also known as acetic acid. So what we're gonna do is pour some into the bottle like that, yeah? Yeah, we're gonna pour bears, you know what I mean?
Man knows the measurements.
Actually, now let's do some more.
Let's do a bit more.
Yeah, do a bit.
Zip
Yeah.
up all the way.
All right, cool. That's good. And then, yeah, keep passing that baking soda there, please. Nice one. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, man. So obviously baking powder, yeah, this is what we use for cooking and that because it contains sodium bicarbonate. Now, sodium bicarbonate, when you heat it up, now heating it up is also known as thermal decomposition. Now, thermal decomposition of sodium bicarbonate releases carbon dioxide gas. So when you have that in a cake mixture, yeah, and the carbon dioxide gas is being released, it's going to make the cake rise and it's going to make it light and fluffy and that. It's going to give it a nice texture. So what we're going to do, yeah, is put some of the baking soda into the vinegar and then we're going to get a reaction. We're also going to add a little bit of washing up liquid.
Okay.
Why are we doing that?
So the washing up liquid, yeah, what it's going to do is when all of the CO2 gas is being released, the washing up liquid is going to trap those carbon dioxide bubbles and then we're going to get a lot of foaming and bubbling and that. So it's to trap the gas in there. We're going to pour in some of that. Okay, actually we'll do a bit more.
If I'm about to be gassed.
Nice. And then we just give it a little mix. Just mix it up like that. Okay, nice. And then we're going to get the funnel, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to pop that on top of the bottle. And then we're going to add the baking soda.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're ready, yeah?
Let's go.
Yeah, let me pour this.
And what I like about this is just like you said, ingredients you can just easily access.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got a nice big tablespoon there, yeah? And then we're going to pour it in. We ready, yeah?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's get a countdown.
The look at his face.
All right, let's go. 4,
3,
3, 2, 1. Bang.
Okay.
So what is happening right now?
It's
What's the
fizzing
chemical?
up still.
Oh, I can see it. I can see it.
So what's happening right now, yeah? This is an example of a neutralization reaction because the vinegar is an acid, but the baking soda is an alkali. And when you add an acid to an alkali, they neutralize each other and it produces water. So the vinegar has been converted into water in this reaction. And the baking soda was decomposed and it released carbon dioxide gas. So that's why we can see all of those bubbles.
foam,
and that,
yeah.
right? But what we're gonna do, yeah, we're gonna add some more, and we're gonna see if we can get it to come out of the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Just dunk the whole thing.
Man said the whole thing.
Alright, cool. Then we're gonna give it a mix.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I see. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow, this is nuts.
Yeah.
Hey, this is sick.
So,
Hey, Pep ain't gonna be happy.
oh my days, it's gonna go.
Hey, where's
over.
the newspaper?
We're gonna need a bit.
Got tons of newspapers in my bag.
So make sure you have a controlled environment.
Yeah, and you put down loads of newspaper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So obviously, yeah, when you add an acid to an alkali,
Should I be wearing gloves?
no,
Okay,
you're
yeah.
all good. Yeah, because obviously baking soda, use it for baking and that, so
Yeah.
it's not really that like corrosive to skin or anything like that.
Oh, this is sick.
You're good.
So when you add an acid to an alkali, yeah, you always get a salt made.
A salt.
Yeah, a type of salt. So in this case, the salt that we made is sodium acetate. The acetate came from the acetic acid because obviously that's the vinegar. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man. So we've got 3 products in this reaction. We've got carbon dioxide gas, bare bubbles and that. We've got the sodium acetate, which is the salt, and then the vinegar turned into water. So what's left now, that's just gonna be water.
Oh, what is it? Okay.
Yeah, man.
Is that water drinkable? Obviously, take away the fairy liquid. If you're like, don't do any of this
Yeah,
at
don't do
home.
this
By
at-
the way, do not listen to me. Don't drink nothing like this.
Yeah, man. So like, if you added the exact amount of sodium bicarbonate to the vinegar, then you'll be able to convert all of the vinegar into water. So yeah, theoretically, yes, you could drink it if you added the correct amount. But if you don't add enough, then you're still gonna have some acid left there. So it's not gonna be pure water. But if you have the correct measurements, then you can make pure water that is drinkable.
Oh, amazing. No, that's fantastic, man.
So if you ain't got water, you know what to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you got baking soda and vinegar, you can make some, innit?
That's banging. I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah,
I smell
man.
it. Smells strong.
Yeah,
It's nice, man.
I can smell it now.
It smells clean.
Do you follow a guy called Yaki? Yeah, is it Yaki Awakened or something like that? He speaks a lot about biology and how to cure certain diseases, I guess.
Yaki Awake. I haven't heard of him before.
Yaki. Yeah, he's American. I think it's Yaki Awakened, something like that.
Okay, what? And he talks about like
Biology, and just like how to naturally make remedies for the body to like cure itself. But he's deep in like the whole biology and just explaining stuff. Yeah, he's an American guy. Yeah.
What's his accreditation?
Herbalist. He ain't even got any. He's a herbalist. He's as good as you heard of Dr. Sabi.
yes, yeah, I've heard of him.
So he's kind of like down. He studied him, and then kind of went into his
Okay.
own thing.
One of his students.
Yeah. Literally, yeah. From where's he from? Somewhere in America. I'm not sure. You're gonna have to research him. Yeah.
We'll look into that.
Sick guy though. Sick guy. Yeah, definitely.
Just a quick one I want to touch on, obviously, as we're going through this. So, the book writing process. Like,
Yeah.
How did that begin for yourself? You know, did you just say, okay, cool, I want to write a book? And then what was the steps you took to write in your book? And then, you know, getting your book out there. Now your book's published by Penguin, which is like a big publishing house
Big
in the
move.
UK. So, yeah, man, talk us through it, bro. So, you know, if you got any other people who might watch and they might want to go follow you down the right author route, how would that,
And just to
kind of
add to
go?
his, what were your challenges as well? Like, what were the challenges?
Yeah, man. So I'll tell you how it started, yeah. So this was like about after a year. After a year I've been doing like the content creation. I was contacted by a book agent and they asked me if I had ever considered writing a children's book. And at that point, I hadn't actually thought about it. But I thought it makes a lot of sense because I'm already making educational content for young people. So I said, yeah, man, let's go for it. So the book agent asked me to put together a sample, a manuscript, just like one chapter. So I put that together and then we sent it over to Puffin. And then Puffin, they were pleased with it. And then they said, yeah, can you write us a book? And then I started writing it. It took me about probably 10 months in total to put it together. And there were some challenges, a lot of challenges along the way, because like writing it's a creative task, and you need to be inspired. You need to feel inspired to write. So sometimes you have to wait for that spark of inspiration to come. And yeah, man. But when the inspiration comes, yeah, it's like it just keeps flowing though. It's like there's just ideas just keep flowing. So like the way that I would describe it, yeah, is the way the ideas come is like a tap. It's like when the tap is open, yeah, there's a lot of ideas flowing. So you have to get your bucket and fill it up while the tap is open. And then when the tap closes, yeah, it's like, yeah, you're just not really getting much ideas and much inspiration. So yeah, man, that was probably one of the biggest challenges, just finding that inspiration to do it.
So did you have to do it all by yourself then, the writing process?
So the way it works, yeah, I wrote it chapter by chapter, and then I send it off to the publisher, and then they would give me their feedback and their suggestions, and then I would edit it and like amend it according to their suggestions, and I send it back to them, and then we just have like a back and forth, and yeah, that's how we built it out.
That's dope. Now, I'm sorry for calling it penguins. Puffin. Yep. I'm just getting correcting myself there. Yeah. Big up Puffin. And then obviously you put the book together, and then how did like releasing the book? How does that process go as well? Does your agent mainly just help you push that, and well?
Yeah. So I'm working with the publishing team and the promotional team at Puffin. So yeah, they're helping with the promotion, helping me to organize interviews, and yeah. I was just last week, and I was at Edinburgh Book Festival.
Right.
Yeah, where I was doing some experiments from the book. Done a few book signings as well, and yeah.
If you weren't in this field, science, what would you be doing? 'Cause you said you started off you were doing music as well.
Yeah. So I was doing music first, because I wanted to become a music artist, and also if I wasn't a content creator right now, I would be a biomedical scientist. Yeah, working in like a hospital lab or a private lab. That's what I'll be doing right now. But yeah, my passion was music. That was my original aspiration, to become a musician.
Your rapper name would have been sick. Sound like the Alchemist or something.
Big Manny, bro. Big Manny would have been the one. That's amazing, bro. Now you're like an author. You got your book out there. You got probably more plans to release more books as well. Just another thing as well. In regards to the book, let's say if you had to give it like a key stage, what would you give it to? Like, what would you call it? What kind of key stage do you reckon it hits?
Definitely key stage 2.
Okay.
Yeah. So like year 4, 5, 6. But at the same time though, yeah, I've written it in a way where I've put information in there that you're going to learn in year 7 and 8 as well. So I'm getting you prepared for science in secondary school. So I'm giving them like a head start, so that when they get to secondary school now, yeah, they can say to their teacher, yeah, I've already got a little bit of knowledge on this topic because I read it in Big Manny's book. So yeah, man, I just want to give them that head start so that they'll be more likely to
Them
succeed.
references there, yeah.
Yeah, man.
The lane you're in is so sick, I mean, it's such a great lane to be in, and what you're doing is amazing, bro. And I think you're gonna do great things.
100%, man.
Okay.
Thank you,
100%,
man.
man.
Big content creator, big biomedical scientist, big author now. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Big Manny himself. He's big. Come on. Yeah, big up yourself, bro. That's incredible stuff you're doing, man.
Appreciate that, bro. Thank you, man.
Yeah, and bro, and whatever key stage I am, bro. I thoroughly learned a lot from your book as well. So, yeah. So no, it's wicked. It's wicked.
Yeah,
It's been
man.
a pleasure having you on, Jonah. Let everyone know where to find you, like your socials and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much for having me on, man. Yeah,
pleasure.
so yeah, my TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube is big.manny1. And my book is called Science is Lit. It's available on Amazon, Waterstones, and other independent book retailers as well.
Deep. We're saying Spitfire.
Yeah, go on.
We've got some Spitfire questions here that we do with all authors, right?
Okay, nice. Yeah, let's
Quick
do it.
Quick ones. All right, you got them as well?
I got some on my in my head. Like,
We'll start off with top 3 books of all time.
The Secret.
Oh, that's cold. I know that one still.
What's the other one? It's not what you say, but how you say it.
Who's that one?
I can't remember the name of the author, but I would recommend it. Brilliant book. And also, I love Harry Potter.
Yeah.
yeah.
Guy,
Harry Potter, I would say Harry Potter probably, Deathly Hallows, part 1.
that's what I was going to say. The film adaptation or the books, like
the books, because there's a lot more in the books that they don't show in the films.
That's what everyone says, yeah.
Definitely.
Top 3 authors.
Top 3 authors. Wow. I would say J.K. Rowling. I have to put her there because she wrote Harry Potter.
Big.
Of course.
Big.
The author of The Secret. I can't remember their name. But,
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, very, very big author. And third, I would say probably Roald Dahl, because I used to read a lot of his books when I was a child.
BFG in that. Is it BFG?
Peter Rabbit. No, is it
and the one with the crocodile.
No, what's Roald Dahl?
Yes.
Yeah, Matilda. Yeah,
Matilda, yeah, BFG.
Yeah,
James.
Yeah,
the one
yeah.
with the crocodile and the teeth, and the kid gets. No, I can't remember.
This one's a good one for you. If you were stuck on an island, you had 3 items. What would they be?
Lithium battery, one of them, because I could start a fire.
Nice.
So how would you start a fire with just the battery?
Yeah.
And then how would you do that?
Don't try this at home.
Yeah.
But yeah, you open up the battery and then you get the pure lithium metal, and then if you react that with water, you get a fire that burns at 2,000 degrees Celsius.
There you go.
Crazy.
But first of all, how are you opening the battery? What's your other 2 items?
With the rocks, you're gonna bash it open.
Yeah, I would find something in nature just to open it.
A rock or something?
Yeah, something like sharpen a rock or something like that.
What's the other 2 items?
Other 2, I would say, I don't know, I don't know.
You just went straight for fire, yeah?
Yeah, because I'm just thinking survival, something to
Fire
survive.
starts everything, right? You know what I'm
Yeah, do
saying?
you know what I mean? From when you got a fire, yeah, you could
Keep
cook.
yourself warm.
How are you going to hunt, though?
Get a stick, sharpen it.
What we-
You know what I'm saying?
That's already on the island. Yeah, so you don't really-
All I need is the fire, and I'm good, man.
I think you answered this one. I was going to say favorite primary or secondary school teacher.
Yeah, definitely got to be Mr. Carter, man. Mr. Carter, yeah. And you know what's mad, yeah? I actually spoke to him on a call like a few months back. And yeah, I hadn't spoken to him since I left school. And like I told him about like what I'm doing and that. And yeah, man, he was very happy to see that like he's inspired a student to go on and do that.
See that?
You got to give him
Big
a
up
signed
Mr.
copy,
Carter,
man. Big up
innit?
Mr. Carter, man.
Big up Mr.
Yeah,
Carter.
I need to send him a copy for real.
Yeah, man. That's proper.
Trust.
Oh,
One more question for him.
Oh, what we got? Last song you played on Spotify.
The last song I played, I think it was like a JME or a Skepta tune I was listening to on the way up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it 96? Was it 96 Bars of Revenge or something?
No, not that. I know that one, but no, it wasn't that one. It wasn't that one.
I've been listening to some of that still as well.
Is
Actually,
it?
when you
Remixes though.
Oh, yeah.
when you're getting into your experiments, you have like music on in the background. Like, does it help you?
No, I can't, because
You full concentration.
I need to concentrate. Yeah.
Get gassed and do something mad.
Yeah, you can't have music, man.
It's not like cooking or cleaning. Like it's more
You can
serious.
vibe out.
Yeah, you gotta be focused, isn't it?
No, that's me. I'll put music on and burn the place down.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't play music at the expense. Like we said, yeah, man, it's been a pleasure having you on, and thank you for gracing us with your presence, bro. And
For real.
it's an amazing book, and yeah, we're gonna put some links down there to where people can get it. I always do this because I see other YouTubers doing it, but yeah, it'll be there in the bio, and everyone can link it to your socials and everything. Yeah, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me, man. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah,
Appreciate it, man.
Boom.
Come on. Boom.